I think that Rachel Maddow is guilty of malignant wokeism. God did not anoint her the arbiter of who was appropriate for her network to hire or what their point of view is. I think that there is an arrogance about the whole notion that the 75 million people that voted for Donald Trump are all out to lunch, that they don't have the right to make a selection. She would have or could have spilled the beans on the fake electors and the alternate slots, slates, and so forth and so on. Instead, you had this cabal of aging superstars at the network who insisted that this person was somehow inappropriate. Says who and according to whom. It really is outrageous. This is censorship.
Oh, I think according to those people, I think those people were giving their opinion. But we'll return to Geraldo, don't you worry. First of all, though, the big news. Down goes Ronna McDaniel. She lasted, I think, about 12 and a half minutes at NBC. But now, after the pervasive effect of malignant wokeism run amok, she's no longer going to be on NBC. And she ran afoul of the fact that she was in no way qualified to hold the position. I know that it's crazy to think that people should be qualified and shouldn't have a long demonstrated history of being active, willful, anti-democratic liars. But NBC seemed to think that in this case, it was important. But that said, is it censorship, as Geraldo was referring to? Is it wokeism? To say that Ronna McDaniel shouldn't be paid $300,000 a year to briefly, occasionally comment on the news, is that saying that 75 million voters didn't get to vote for Trump? I don't think that. I haven't heard, Rachel Maddow claim that. But anyway, I want to get to what NBC actually said. So there's been a lot of criticism, obviously, including from inside of MSNBC about the hire. They said, this is a chairman of the NBC Universal Group said, there's no doubt that the last several days have been difficult for the news group. Listening to the legitimate concerns of many of you, I've decided that Ronna McDaniel may not be an NBC News contributor. I want to personally apologize to our team members who felt we let them down. While this was a collective recommendation by some members in the leadership team, I approved it and take full responsibility for it. Okay, so that's what they're saying. Now, is it censorship? Because that's the claim. Is it malignant wokeism? What is the woke aspect of this? Like, she's not, even like their right-wing BS version of what wokeness is. She's not being fired for being white, which is what they normally claim. She's being fired because she's not qualified or trustworthy to comment on the news. It would be impossible for anyone watching this to trust anything that she says because she has willfully lied. She has literally changed her name to line up with the Trump cult. She advanced the big lie. She was a participant in the fake electors, the fake slots, the fake sluts, whatever it is that Geraldo is talking about there. That's who she is. And to fire her for that is not censorship. Or if it is, if not giving a person a show or a spot on NBC is censorship, then okay, Fox News, where's my show? You're censoring me right now. I feel very, very censored. Hashtag John on Fox, because I've never been brought on as a commentator. I've never been given a spot, maybe a weekend show or something. It's either censorship or it's not. Or is it that Fox News has some malignant wokeism of their own, that they're not bringing me on to the 5 or Outnumbered or whatever stupid programming they have, Gutfeld or something. That's not how it works. But did you notice, by the way, that this censorship for being fired only goes in one direction? If right wingers are not provided opportunities and large quantities of money, that's censorship, that's wokeism, that's cancel culture. If the left is never given an opportunity on any of these networks, that's just the way it works, baby. That's just the status quo, that's the establishment. Well, how many strong leftists are commentators on these programs? There have been some. Mehdi Hasan was good, he got fired. Was that malignant wokeism? Was that censorship? I didn't see Geraldo getting all worked up over that. But for Ronna McDaniel, suddenly it's a major issue and everybody has to have a take. But Sharon, I am interested in yours. What do you think about this?
I mean, she's a liar. Can Jason Blair be hired to do the same? Plagiarist, there's others throughout history. It just is what it is. If you're going to attempt to be a credible news organization, then you don't hire a liar for $300,000. Now, I mean, it's good money if you can get it. 4 days, $300,000. It's nutty. I love the fact that these quote unquote aging stars said, nah, we don't want to sit next to you, okay? They do that about other things too, but she had to go. It's nutty to me that we don't really hear or see anything of her defending herself, really.
Yeah, the aging superstars. For how old is Geraldo?
What is he talking about? I thought he was talking about himself.
I think he's in his early 40s, I think. But anyway, like how old is Sean Hannity? They're being utterly ridiculous. These slots are valuable, or at least we're led to believe that they are valuable, and clearly they choose people for certain perspectives. Now, she's an insider. Okay, that is a perspective that is almost always advantaged in getting these sorts of slots. You know what you could do? You could bring on like an activist. You know, since in the news, trans people are attacked literally every day. How about you bring in like a trans person maybe to take that slot? Pay them $300,000 for their experience. They're far more likely to be honest about what they think than Ronna McDaniel. Just a little idea, what do I know? Maybe bring on someone who up until now has been making the minimum wage, since you guys constantly talk about economic policy, despite the fact that every single one of you are millionaires or will soon be. Maybe have a little bit of representation for something other than another person who's gonna spread the big lie. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.